Resurrecting people is a great advancement in science, but also a huge risk. You will never know if the creature you give a second life to will meet all your expectations or turn against you. But let's start from the beginning. Bella was a poor young woman who jumped off the bridge after enduring years of abuse and humiliation from her cruel husband. However, a monstrous yet brilliant scientist named Godwin Baxter manages to resurrect her, bringing her back to life. Unfortunately, Bella now has the mentality of a child and regards Godwin as her father figure. Godwin seeks out a promising medical student named Max McCandles and offers him the opportunity to become his assistant. He brings Max to his house and introduces him to Bella, assigning Max the task of monitoring her mental development. Max is astounded by Bella's beauty and agrees to take on the role. From the start of Bella's day in the morning, Max attends to her needs. She has breakfast but dislikes the food and tosses it at Max's face. During her free time, Bella plays within the house and feeds Godwin's mutant pets. She learns about 15 new words each day, exhibiting clear progress. Max becomes intrigued about Bella's past, but Baxter refuses to divulge any information. When Bella asks about her parents, Baxter lies to her and fabricates a story regarding their death. She affectionately refers to him as God and expresses her love for him. In their study sessions together, Bella asks Max about different countries and cities, dreaming of exploring the world despite seemingly never having ventured outside the house she currently resides in. On the rooftop with Bella, Max reveals a peculiar scar on her neck. Despite her yearning to venture outdoors, Baxter restricts Bella from doing so. In response, Bella creates a scene, compelling him to take her for a walk. Throughout their journey, Godwin cautions Bella about the various dangers that exist in the outside world that could potentially kill her. Eventually, Baxter and Max accompany her to a natural setting, and Bella becomes enthralled like a little kid. Max shows her a small toad, but Bella intentionally kills it. During a picnic, Baxter tells Bella and Max about the torture and experimentation he endured from his father since childhood. It is time to go back home, but Bella wants to stop the carriage to get some ice cream. When Godwin says no, Bella becomes hysterical and aggressive. She screams and attacks the men, so Baxter has to sedate her. Max takes her home, and Baxter's maid, Mrs. Prim, undresses her. Max searches Godwin's cabinet looking for any files about Bella. When Baxter catches him, Max threatens to go to the police if Godwin doesn't tell him the truth about Bella. Baxter reveals the truth and tells that he found Bella's body after she committed suicide. She was pregnant, and the baby inside her was still alive. So, Godwin made a risky decision to take the baby's brain and replace Bella's own brain with it. His experiment was successful and brought Bella back to life. Meanwhile, Bella wakes up and has a strange feeling. Her body has some mature sexual needs, but she doesn't fully understand it. Bella experiments with an apple to satisfy herself and really enjoys the process. Unfortunately, Mrs. Prim and Max don't share her happiness and tell her never to do that in front of other people again. Bella and Max spend a lot of time alone and start to have mutual feelings for each other. Godwin notices it and asks Max if he wants to marry Bella. He agrees, but Baxter says that after the wedding, he and Bella will have to live in his house. To settle some legal subtleties, Godwin invites a lawyer named Duncan Wedderburn. When Duncan sees Bella, he instantly falls in love with her. He believes that Bella is Godwin's prisoner and offers her to run away together and have an amazing journey traveling all around the world. Surprisingly, Baxter lets Bella go if she promises to come back and marry Max after the journey. Max tries to stop Bella, but she uses Godwin's method to put him asleep and runs away. Together with Duncan, Bella travels to Lisbon. There, he shows her the amazing world full of new food, places, music, and sexual pleasures. They make love every time they are alone, and Bella really likes spending time this way. Gradually, she starts leaving Duncan and exploring Lisbon on her own, and he doesn't like it. She still doesn't know how to behave in public, so sometimes Bella makes Duncan feel very uncomfortable in front of his friends. At first, he tells her not to fall in love with him since he doesn't have much to offer her. But gradually his own feelings for her grow stronger, and he becomes addicted to her. One woman recognizes Bella and calls her Victoria, but Bella remembers nothing about her past. Bella experiences everything for the first time, and even a simple dance is an important discovery for her. She doesn't understand the meaning of cheating and loyalty, so she easily lets other men touch and harass her, which makes Duncan feel crazy with jealousy. Meanwhile, Baxter struggles with health problems. He decides to start a new experiment and tells Max that they need to find a new body. Eventually, Duncan locks Bella in a big suitcase and takes her on a ship heading to Athens. He believes that now she won't be able to escape from him, but Bella doesn't like being captured and controlled. Duncan keeps telling Bella that he loves her and that he has never felt like this before, but she doesn't know if she loves him back. On the ship, she meets an eccentric woman named Martha and her partner, Harry. Duncan starts feeling neglected and even asks Bella to marry him, but she replies that she is engaged to Max and Duncan is just her way to have some fun while she is on the journey. Godwin and Max resurrect another girl, but she is miserable compared to Bella, and they both miss her very much. Bella really likes her new friends. Martha and Harry encourage her to read books and develop herself. Duncan doesn't like Bella's new hobby and thoughts and wants to be her only company. He even tries to push Martha into the sea, but the ship's staff stops him. Bella starts hating Duncan and wants him dead. Harry believes that the world is cruel and wants to prove it to Bella. He shows her a group of starving aborigines, and Bella's heart breaks. She wants to help them all and steals Duncan's money to give it to the poor people, but the ship's staff fools her and takes the money themselves. When Duncan reveals that Bella has lost all his money, he is shocked. He can't even afford to finish their journey, so they get kicked out in Paris. Bella and Duncan don't have any money, so she decides to see their situation as a surviving experiment. An old woman offers Bella money and shelter for working as a prostitute, and Bella agrees. After satisfying her first client, Bella runs to Duncan. Her news about her new job makes him furious, and he ends things with Bella. She decides to stay in Paris and continue to work in the brothel. There, she learns more about herself and other people and even studies different political theories. However, her boss doesn't like the fact that Bella always has something to say and wants to choose her clients herself. Bella starts exploring herself through various clients and wild sexual experiments. Along the way, she studies medicine and continues her self-development. Despite her numerous sexual partners, Duncan still loves her and begs Bella to return to him. He can't accept that she is sleeping with other men and beats some of her clients up, but she tells him to go back home without her. She is another person now, a grown woman with a socialist idea in her head. Bella pushes her love limits and starts an affair with another woman from the brothel. When the woman asks about Bella's scar on her belly and wonders if she might have had a baby, Bella says that she never had one. Baxter needs surgery, and Max agrees to help him, but Godwin's disease is too serious. He is about to die soon and needs Max to find Bella as fast as he can. Max finds Duncan in the asylum, and they fight because of Bella, but Duncan still gives Max her address. He writes her a letter, and Bella hurries to London to say goodbye to Godwin. There, she confronts Baxter about her past and asks him if she ever had a baby. He tells her the truth and shows her the documents about her origin. Bella forgives Godwin and Max for keeping this secret and decides to marry Max. At their wedding, Duncan shows up with a man who claims to be Bella's husband from her past. He takes her back to his mansion and intends to make her his prisoner forever, proving himself to be crazy and violent. Bella decides to fight back and shoots him. She takes his body to Max, and together they perform surgery to completely change her former husband's identity. Baxter dies, and Bella manages to say goodbye to him. Sometime later, Bella lives a happy life with Max and her lover from the brothel in Godwin's mansion. Bella prepares to become a doctor herself, and she is determined that now she will be the only person able to create and control her own future.